Blank Game Week 31 is coming. Arsenal and Wolves are confirmed blanks. Man City and Crystal Palace are almost certainly joining them. And right now, thousands of FPL managers are already thinking about playing their free hit to navigate. Don't. I'm Josh from FPL Hawley. I've 17 seasons playing FPL and a top 2k all-time rank. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why your free hit is worth far more in Game Week 34 and give you clear transfer plans to get through Game Week 31 without playing your free hit. Let's get into it. Yes, Game Week 31 is a blank game week. Arsenal and Wolves are confirmed blankers and City and Palace are almost certain to follow. But we've known about this blank for weeks. The Carabao Cup final has been confirmed since early February. That notice is your biggest asset. You have time to plan and you have time to make strategic moves. Game Week 34, on the other hand, is a completely different problem. Game Week 32 is when most managers, myself included, will likely wildcard. Why? Because Game Week 33 is shaping up to be the biggest double game week of the season. Managers will be stacking their squads with doubling players, and many, like me, will play their bench boost in Game Week 33 to maximise the doubles and their wildcard. Now, think about what happens next. You've just built a team full of players who double in Game Week 33. 1 week later, in Game Week 34, the FA Cup semi-finals blank those exact same players. So you go from all those players doubling in Game Week 33 to see them all blank in Game Week 34. Now that's going to be nearly impossible to navigate this tight turnaround without compromising either your bench boost in Game Week 33 or taking multiple hits. So that is why your free hit belongs in Game Week 34 and not Game Week 31. Before you do anything else, audit your squad. So I want you to count every player you have from Arsenal, Man City, Crystal Palace and Wolves. Then add any players who are injured, suspended, or simply not getting minutes. So they're dead spots regardless of their club's fixture in Game Week 31. So here's my squad as an example. I have 3 Arsenal players, Raya, Gabriel and Rice. 2 Man City, O'Reilly and Haaland, and 1 Palace in Munoz. Plus I have Lewis Miley, who's currently injured at Newcastle. That's 7 players who won't contribute in Game Week 31. Now, one important nuance, Raya is my starting goalkeeper, but I have Dubravka as my deputy, and he has a fixture in Game Week 31. So I don't need to use a transfer on Raya. So that brings me to 6 outfield players that I need to manage for Game Week 31. Of those 6, I can bench 3. So I need 3 transfers before the Game Week 31 deadline to guarantee a full playing 11. I've got 5 free transfers across 28 to 31. 3 are needed, 2 reserved as a buffer. So your equation is simple. How many transfers do you need to make to field 11 starters in Game Week 31? And that's your number. Everything from here is about getting to that number without using your free hit chip. 2 questions for every transfer you're considering between now and Game Week 31. 1. Is the player you're selling not playing in Game Week 31? 2. Is the player you're buying playing in Game Weeks 28 to 31 and in Game Week 31? If yes to both, make the transfer. You're not just clearing a problem right now, you're upgrading into better fixtures while keeping your free hit intact. Now apply that to your own squad. The key principle is this: act early on certainty, hold on doubt. My easy decisions are done. Lewis Miley, he's an immediate sell. He's injured, low minutes, and he's contributing nothing to my team. Declan Rice is a sell, but at some point. Arsenal have some tough fixtures, and I will need that squad spot for someone who plays in Game Week 31. My tougher decision is O'Reilly versus Munoz. They both played really well in Game Week 27, but one needs to go before Game Week 31. The good news is I don't need to decide today. I'll hold that call until after the FA Cup 5th round and European results give me more information. So Game Weeks 30 or 31 will be soon enough. So that's 3 transfers out of 5 free transfers that I have. So I'm going to keep 2 free transfers in reserve if I need them for injuries or unexpected news between now and the blank. So apply that same thinking to your squad. Easy decisions early, harder decisions later when you have more information to work with. So what's your number? How many transfers do you need to navigate 31? And do you have enough free transfers to cover it without taking hits? Drop your situation in the comments below. I read every single one. So you know your number, you know your window. Now, where do you shop? So the criteria is simple. Good fixtures from game weeks 28 onwards and playing in game week 31. So on your screen, Fulham, Aston Villa, Newcastle, Liverpool, Bournemouth and Brentford. These are the 6 clubs that I would be targeting right now. So check that game week 31 column. They all have a fixture in game week 31 and that's the non-negotiable. I'm not going to give you a rigid player list. Your budget and your squad shape will dictate who makes sense for you. But to give you some starting points, in defence, I'll be looking at Virgil van Dijk at Liverpool and Andersen at Fulham. They're the standout names for me. A good budget option in defence is Hill at Bournemouth at just 4.1 million. In midfield, Ryan at Bournemouth is 5.6 million with genuine upside right now. And Tavernier is also back from injury and is just 5.3 million. I have Harry Wilson, but Harry Wilson at Fulham, if you don't have him, is a really good buy. And then Sharda or Dango at Brentford are both really interesting options. And then up front, Thiago at Brentford is the obvious pick for his price. And then Watkins at Villa, if you're considering a differential striker. Go and do your research based on your specific needs and budget. Those are the clubs you should be shopping in. And those are the areas where the value sits right now. So before I wrap, this is what we're still waiting on. The most important upcoming event is the FA Cup 5th round. And that's going to be played between game weeks 29 and 30. Once those results are in and the quarter-final draw is made, we will have a much clearer picture of who might blank in game week 34 and who might double in game week 33. The European round of 16 first leg also fall in the same window. So by game week 30, we'll know which clubs are potentially going to be managing rotation risk through the European run-in. My advice, don't overplan beyond game week 31 right now. The bigger strategic decisions become much easier once that picture clears. And for what it's worth, my current chip plan remains wildcard in game week 32, bench boost in game week 33, free hit in game week 34. And I'll cover that in detail once we have more information to work with. To pull it all together, audit your squad right now, count your blankers in game week 31 and know your number. Spread your transfers across game weeks 28 to 31, targeting clubs who play in game week 31. Act early on easy decisions and hold harder ones until after game week 29. Do that and your free hit stays exactly where it belongs, game week 34. If this has been useful, hit subscribe to FPL Hawley for weekly FPL strategy that cuts through the noise. I'm going to be live for the game week 28 deadline stream this Friday, the 27th of February at 5:30 p.m. UK time. That's 1 hour pre-deadline. Bring your transfer dilemmas and I'll work through them with you live. And best of luck in game week 28.